Do. Gonna go check on Novak. Gonna go check on Novak. Yeah. I wonder how this town's doing. It's been a while. I mean, we were here last episode, but we got rid of Jeannie May for Boone, and she was like the evilest person here. Everyone else was pretty good natured. Like, look at Novak or Nobark here. Look at Nobark. Oh, what's he staring at? I want. Oh.
You've seen them too, haven't you? I can see it in your eyes. I knew I wasn't the only one.
Oh no, I definitely see him, buddy.
If anyone asks, we never spoke.
Oh dear. Manny, Ranger Andy, Dusty, Cliff, Alice. These are all the people we could have killed for Boone, but we didn't. We went back in time. How could this have happened? There's Jeannie May. Oh my god. They're all dead. All the good people of this town. Who could have... Who... Boone? Oh, we gotta go deal with this, but first, we never spoke. Okay, we gotta go talk, have a little private chat with the Boonster up there. This is not okay. I guess my bloodthirst is wearing off on the guy. Oh man. Hey Boone, you in there? Boone, buddy. Hey. Hey.
What is it?
I think you need to go take a breather at the Lucky 38, buddy.
If that's what you think.
Oh, I definitely think that.
I'll make my way there.
Okay. Well, rip to Novak, I guess. We need a new human companion. I think, you know, back at the 38 cast, she'll be able to get through to Boone. You know, I maybe not. We let her murder the entire Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. You know what? That means they'll get along fine. Let's, who else can we recruit? Oh yeah, just down the road, I think I know a girl. Alright, Eddie, calm down. I know you just saw a lot back there, but trust me, that's not Boone. It's all of us. We're a band of murderers, don't you get it? Anyways, Boone, he crossed the line, Eddie, okay? He needs to chill out. We're gonna go get someone else. She should be just up here at the 188. Here she is, right here, Eddie.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
I'm not entirely sure what mess I just came from.
Yeah, guess the roads must have been long then, if you forgot where you started from. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
You live in a hole in the ground. We need a few of those.
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need.
So you just leave your family in the bunker?
Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
Go ahead.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
I mean, they're usually harmless, unless you use advanced technology around them.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so, where are you headed anyway?
I just kind of drift from place to place, you know.
Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. Keeps things interesting. I'll be honest, you're the first person I've run across out here that looks like she can really handle herself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out.
I mean, you don't look like much. What do you bring to the table?
Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings.
Well, where are you hoping to go?
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from.
Don't you have a family to feed?
Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family.
Okay then, let's travel together.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Actually, I'm more comfortable now that I know you've had some training.
I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
And with that, Veronica Santangelo joins the party. Now, she does give you a perk. Just like all the other companions, she gives you the Scribe Assistant. While she is a companion, you can craft workbench items through her dialogue. So let's get to know her a little bit more.
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
Tell me about yourself.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
Well, how can I best use your skills?
I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two.
Alright. So what are your goals?
I want a dress.
A dress?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
That's your goal. You want a nice dress.
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Okay, tell me something else about you.
Can I make it up?
Who was this Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway, but Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How's that different from how any other elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Ever try talking sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. but that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
How's that different? What did you learn from him?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Were you close with him?
Yeah. I miss him.
Okay, where is he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until it could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What was in the note?
It was strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it, I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
Okay, well, tell me something else about you. Enough about this Father Elijah guy.
Like what?
Well, do you have any other family in the Brotherhood?
Just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time. Like what?
Okay, well, let's get a little personal. Have you ever been in love?
Ever been nosy? I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love.
What happened?
She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to.
You didn't go with her?
No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay, either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while.
Okay, anything
Like
else?
what?
Are you well respected among the Brotherhood?
If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes.
And finally,
Like what?
is there somewhere you wanted me to take you? Seems kind of weird you're just hitching a ride with a stranger.
Nowhere specific. I just know there are a lot of groups who are actually doing well for themselves out here. I want to understand how and why. See them at work.
Okay.
Ooh, got any juicy gossip?
So this is
See you
Veronica Santangelo, a scribe of the... I almost said of the Dark Brotherhood. A scribe of the Brotherhood of Steel, who is basically an open book about her entire life, as you can tell. She is probably the easiest companion to recruit, as all you have to do is make it here to the 188 trading post, just north of Novak, and you just gotta walk up to her and talk to her. As long as you don't say bad stuff about the Brotherhood of Steel, she will pretty much join you for any other reason. Now, her companion quest works a lot like boons. There are 9 triggers throughout the Mojave Wasteland, and we need to take her by 3 of them in order to trigger her companion quest. So let's go sightseeing, shall we? So you only need 3 of these triggers in order to activate her quest, and I'm going to show you 3 that are very easy, that never disappear, and you're always able to get them, even if you completed other quests. The first one is here in Camp McCarran. You're just going to take Veronica by these main doors here, and once she says something, you've triggered it.
There's a lot more troops here than we thought. No wonder we couldn't hold Helios 1. You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Well, I mean, power armor and laser rifles are still effective.
Yeah, but only if you've got bodies to fill the suits. We don't take on new members. We're all descendants from the original Brotherhood. Something's gonna have to change, or the empty suits are gonna be all that's left of us. See you around.
This next one triggers as long as you are traveling with her somewhere near Nelson and Cottonwood Cove. I find that as soon as I fast travel to Cottonwood Cove, she should say something.
Ordinary guys with knives and bullets, and they're taking over Nevada. You know, I've been thinking. The real problem with the Brotherhood is that we isolate ourselves. Our training is top-notch, our technology gives us an advantage, but when it all comes down to it, we're losing because we shun the outside world. We always make enemies, never allies. We refuse to recruit outsiders or see the value in their simpler technologies.
Well, why don't you do something about it?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about what kind of role we could take on that would give us the best chance of survival. But I think things are starting to come together. I know the odds aren't good, but I gotta try. I can't lose them. See you around.
This next trigger is going to be inside Vault 13. Correction, outside Vault 13, inside the South Vegas ruins. And chances are you're going to have to do some cleaning up of the riffraff outside. As you can tell, there is quite a lot. But they are all fiends, so they should go down quite quickly. Even though there's a lot of them. Once they're all taken care of, head on over to the ramp to Vault 13 and it should trigger before you even get in there.
No power armor, no energy weapons, and they're giving the NCR more trouble than we ever did. Hey, you got a second?
What is it?
The Brotherhood is failing. I've always known that. If we don't change course, we're going to fall apart, or fade away. But until recently, I haven't understood where we went wrong, or how to fix it. I think I need to go home.
I'll take you back there, first chance I get.
Great, thanks, thank you. I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after you, seriously.
Alright, and that triggers her companion quest. Like I said, these 3 triggers here never go away, and you can get them no matter what quest you've done if you just walk to the right area. This next trigger is going to be in the Casa Madrid apartments of West Side, and you're going to want to talk to Tom Anderson here.
Tom Anderson, can I help you?
What do you do here?
I'm with the followers of the apocalypse, and I help the locals in Westside grow crops. Unlike the NCR, the followers don't expect anything back. The soil and the hot, dry environment don't make it easy, but we get by all right. We've even got our own food store, the Westside Co-op, complete with basic refrigeration.
Now the line you're looking for is that very first one where he says he is with the followers of the apocalypse. It will also trigger the conversation with Veronica at any point during the whitewash quest, but all of the lines you get from this guy to trigger it are one time only, so if you've exhausted all dialogue with him, this is not a good option.
Take care.
And she should trigger it.
He's got no resources but a decent cause. We've got plenty of resources and a totally lost cause.
This next one brings us back to Camp McCarran, where we are going to go in and talk to Thomas Hilder. Now the trigger for this one is the very first line he ever says to you. If you've already talked to him at any point before, you cannot get this one.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Goodbye.
Wrong turn? Happens all the time. Do they give me a secretary? Of course not. Hello.
Even the stupid NCR is investing in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
This next trigger is going to be at the Nellis Air Force Base, and it's going to be in the museum. You're going to have to listen to this kid's whole spiel about the mural on the back here, and the trigger line is literally going to be the final line he says of the whole thing, so be ready to wait for this one. Feel free to grab yourself a snow globe while you're waiting.
Here are mighty Dutch any savages who try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways, Mills has revealed many secrets. His stars have flag bombers on the base here, and it is hard to find one. None of the story so far, but this last stage is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in warm and safety, bringing high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. Hi there. See ya.
A bunch of shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them. Gee, where have I heard that one before?
We now come to the old Mormon fort, where the next trigger is the first line Julie Farkas ever says to you. Much like Thomas Hildern, if you've already talked to her before, you cannot get this one.
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
Can't help but be impressed with what they're doing here.
The second to last one is going to be triggered by Jason Bright in the retcon testing site, where you fire the rockets off. You got to go to the top floor and find Jason right here.
Hello, Wanderer. Please forgive us our humble surroundings. Our true home awaits us in the far beyond. Have you come to help us complete the great journey?
And you have to ask him about the great journey in order to trigger this one.
We wish to escape the barbarity of the wasteland, especially the violence and bigotry of its human inhabitants. The Creator has promised to my flock a new land, a place of safety and healing, a paradise in the far beyond. Preparations for the great journey were nearly complete when the demons appeared.
Well, that's nice, but I need to get going.
Return to me, Wanderer. We need your help.
Leading its people to a new land with big dreams and a clean slate. Makes me think of my old mentor.
The final and 10th trigger, that's right, I messed up, there are 10, not 9, is going to be here in the Silver Rush with Gloria Van Graff.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you?
Now, the line that you need from her is "Welcome to the Silver Rush," but it might also be her response to "I'm just browsing."
Please let me know if anything catches your eye.
Holy hell, that's a lot of energy weapons. Guess we dropped the ball on that one. Hey, you got a second?
And then Veronica's going to go through her third and final conversation, in which, if you remember correctly, she wants to go home to the Brotherhood of Steel bunker at Hidden Valley. Now you're gonna have to get inside the Brotherhood of Steel bunker at this stage of the quest, and there are many ways to do so, but it works out if you have Veronica with you the first time. Seeing as she is part of the Brotherhood of Steel, you can get in perfectly fine with no problems and no bomb callers like you would normally have to.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
And with that, we have access to the bunker. Let's head on in.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here. And I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
And now we have to go talk to the Elder of the Brotherhood of Steel with Veronica in tow. As we go through, if she sees any important NPCs in the Brotherhood, she will probably make a comment on them. Just like she just did with Ramos, telling him he's looking pretty sharp in that Brotherhood of Steel power armor of his. But the Elder is going to be right through this room, down this hall. And she should trigger a conversation with him.
Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time. I'd slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through head scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well.
Well, good intentions don't justify marching the Brotherhood to its death.
No, but it does make it easier to forgive him. He's just misguided. It's not too late to change his mind.
Think the Elder will listen at all?
He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it.
So what is it you're trying to accomplish?
That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers, or the Legions. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members.
How would you propose to do that?
Look at the followers of the Apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient. That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide.
What could we bring to him that would change his mind?
I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea.
Father Elijah?
Our elder before McNamara. He had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it.
Well, let's head out then.
I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
So now we have to go access Father Elijah's notes at this comm terminal to try and...
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Well, it seems some people
Sorry
aren't
about
too
that.
pleased.
Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
Anyways, let's go get that comm terminal. So the location you're looking for is going to be pretty much right behind the Gibson scrapyard here, just south of Helios 1. It's going to be this little shack here, just out against the rock wall, with nothing else really except that tower line in sight. With Veronica, you have the password to this, and you can download the research notes.
Let's see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology.
So you have three options here about which one you can choose, and I'm going to show you how to get all three. Now, some of these are not available if you have already done them before in the game. We're going to start with the pulse gun.
Electromagnetic weapon from before the Great War. Experimental. It never saw mass production. But they were building it as a countermeasure to power armor, which they feared the Chinese were developing. Supposedly a prototype was being housed at Nellis. Imagine what it could do to the Brotherhood. We'd be on equal footing with any idiot with a gun.
Okay, what about the farming technology?
More or less. Supposedly it's a vegetation enhancer. NCR has a science branch headquartered at McCarran Airport. Guess they found something. Guess somebody wasn't very good at keeping secrets either. We'd never pursue it because it's not a weapon, but self-sufficiency is fundamental to us. If it works, they'd see the value of an alternate course.
And tell me about the rangefinder.
It's a targeting device for some kind of doomsday weapon based at Helios 1. It was lost sometime after the war. We held Helios 1 for a time. Lost a lot of people defending it. Too many. All for this weapon they never got working. If it turns out to be a dud, it'd show how flawed our goals have been. Father Elijah said he thinks a scavenger might have sold it on the strip.
And as I said, we are going to start with the pulse gun. Let's pursue it.
Yeah, maybe they'll think twice about engaging the NCR if they know one of those could be floating around. The notes say to look around Nellis Air Force Base. He suggests going through filing cabinets and computers in the commanding officer's quarters.
Let's go find it.
I like the way you think.
Here in Nellis, you're going to want to search the commanding officer's home, aka Pearl's barracks, the leader of the boomers. And you're going to want to search this filing cabinet right here. Get Colonel Blackwell's key and the inventory transfer order. Now that's going to point you to Vault 34 to see if the pulse gun still exists there. We can check the note for it. Due to current events, Staff Sergeant Daniels is hereby authorized to transport item number T-11836A, codenamed Circuit Breaker, to the installation known as Vault 34 to be sealed in its armory for safekeeping until the manufacturer can retrieve the prototype for production. Signed, Colonel Roy Blackwell, USAF. And I gotta warn you guys, before you go into this vault, have some kind of long-term radiation protection. It is one of the worst radiated places in the game. Let's dive on in. Eventually, on your way through Vault 34 towards the end, you're gonna head down to the armory, where you will face a lot of Vault security officers, and if you've made it through to the Overseer's room, you will get a key into this room here, and you go back to this chest, this gun case, use the key you got from Nellis, and you will get the pulse gun.
Huh. Figured it'd have more buttons and dials and stuff, you know? Oh well. It's still the electronic equivalent of a disease from Gamora.
And with that, you bring it back to McNamara at the Hidden Valley. Once you return back to the Elder's room, Veronica will have another short conversation with Elder McNamara.
Veronica, I hope...
I brought you a present. We found a gun that disables power armor. One of these could defeat the whole Brotherhood. We have to stop limiting our focus to military technology. It won't save us.
That could be the only one of its kind.
That's not the point. Technology won't win our wars. We need numbers, new recruits.
What does the Codex say?
A bunch of closed-minded bullshit.
We do not help them or let them in.
But...
we keep knowledge they must never have.
give it a chance. For me. I can't stay here and watch us waste away.
I'm sorry.
We'll die out.
I know.
Come on. I can't listen to this anymore.
Now with that, the quest proceeds. You do not need the other two pieces of technology, but we're going to explore them anyway. The next we're going to go after is going to be the farming technology. We should go after the vegetation technology, Veronica.
Okay. What better way to persuade them than to give them a taste of what they stand to gain, right? Maybe the best place to start is to see what we can find out directly from the NCR. Let's head to their OSI office at McCarran.
Let's go find it.
I like the way you think.
And with that, we're off to go see Thomas Hildern once again. Ah, Hildern, buddy, I'm back.
Hey. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Yes, that is right.
Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin?
I'm listening. But honestly, just save the sales pitch. Just tell me what you want me to do.
All right. Straight to the point. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlocked the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
All right, I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Yeah, I will. Goodbye.
Best of luck to you. Not that you'll need it. You seem like a reasonably competent person.
Oh, I'm competent, alright. Let's go get this technology. Once you make your way through Vault 22, one of my favorite vaults to explore, by the way, you're gonna make your way down to the pest control level and find this room here where you will download the data. And once that quest objective clears, you're good to head back.
Just because it doesn't shoot lasers doesn't mean it's not worth looking into. We could do amazing things with this data.
Now, you can bring it back to Thomas Hildern. Our objective with Veronica here is to bring it straight back to the Hidden Valley with Elder McNamara.
Veronica, I hope...
I brought you a present. This disc has secrets to breeding plants that can thrive in the wasteland.
High Elder Maxon didn't found us to be botanists, Veronica.
Think about it. No more trading guns for food. Total self-sufficiency. It's what we always wanted.
This won't get us Hoover Dam.
Yes, it will. If we feed people, they'll support us. They'll join us.
What does the Codex say?
A bunch of closed-minded bullshit.
We do not help
And blah blah
them or
blah,
let
the
them in.
Codex, closed-minded bullshit, it's all the same as the other conversation. So let's look into the third avenue, the rangefinder. Now the rangefinder sounds promising.
They defended Helios like it was their last stand. Didn't even know if there was anything worth defending. How could there be, with all we lost? Even if it did work, it'd be under NCR control now. So it'd either prove our goals are wrong, or we're incapable of pursuing them. There's a pawn shop in Outer Vegas we could check, and I've heard of a gift shop in the Strip that deals in pre-war antiques.
Let's go find it.
I like the way you think.
Now Veronica actually wants you to visit 2 spots as part of this quest, the first of which is Miguel's pawn shop back in West Side. Hey Miguel.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale too.
I'm looking for an antique rangefinder somebody might have sold to you.
Antique rangefinder? Trying to think of something that'd be more worthless. Maybe an antique horoscope, or an antique sandwich. I'll tell you something. Good luck finding that thing. But if you do find it, don't waste your time trying to sell it to me. Until next time.
Okay, so he does not know what we're talking about with this rangefinder. The next location would be in the Vault 21 gift shop. What kind of things do you sell in this gift shop?
I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well, lots of other vault things, too.
I'm looking for an antique rangefinder somebody might have sold you.
Wow, I wish I had more of them. All this interest to be my biggest seller. I sold it to a man not too long ago. Real twitchy, nervous sort of guy. Kind of seemed like he was wigging out about something. Had a funny collar on. I wanted to ask him about it, but I figured maybe I'd regret asking. People are weird around here.
What kind of collar?
Well, it was metal and kind of thick. At first I thought he'd come from Gamora, but They're more into leather there. Didn't look comfortable. He kept reaching up like he was gonna itch it, but he always stopped himself.
Did you happen to find out where he was from?
No, but I know where he was going. He asked me if I knew of any place where he could hide out for a while. Wanted somewhere with concrete walls. Something about airwaves. I forget. But I guess he spent all his money on the rangefinder because he said it had to be somewhere free to stay.
What'd you tell him?
I said I didn't know about anything like that around here, but if he wanted to live for free, a lot of people do that in Freeside. I know there's a concrete building there across from Mick and Ralph's. No ceiling, but I think it still counts. Went up there one time to try and, meet my neighbors in the biz. But, I don't think they took me very seriously.
Well, what did he look like?
Oh, he was pretty average, I'd say. Average height, average age, dark hair, beard of some kind.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else I can do for you?
I don't like the sound of this. Hope that color isn't what I think it is. What did you do, Elijah?
Looks like we're heading to Freeside to find a guy in a sort of collar with black hair and a beard. Let's go look. Alright, so Mick and Ralph's concrete building just across the street. Looking for a guy in here. The black hair and a black with a beard. Is this him right here? He has a collar on his head. I guess it was a bomb collar. Oh man, we gotta ask around and see what happened to this thing. Where'd the rangefinder go? Alright, well, you look like you know the area. Oh boy.
Huh?
I'm looking for someone carrying an antique gun.
Ooh.
Look, buddy, these 10 caps are yours if you point me to anyone you've seen with a weird old gun.
Kids run by sometimes.
The kids have it. Okay. Let's go talk to the kids over there. Is she... Okay, she's chasing him.
Bang, 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 bang!
Hey kids, come back here.
Reach for the sky, mister.
Oh. Hey. You should take a break real quick.
I don't really like to go to bed until it gets dark out.
I mean, it's pretty dark out, but can you just give me that gun, kid?
Sorry, but I need to shoot Stacy. We can find you another gun.
Can I buy the gun from you?
This is the best gun in the whole galaxy. I paid 1,000,000 caps for it, and it wasn't even brand new.
Oh, you know what's better than 1,000,000 caps? 1,000 caps.
Yeah? Let's see it.
I'll have to go get it.
I'll be shooting Stacy till you get back. Just saying goodbye to it, you know?
Okay, so I actually forgot that you need to pay caps to this kid. I thought there was supposed to be a barter option to avoid that, but I guess not. I'm chasing the wrong kid. The other one was back here. Looks like he is in this house here.
Hey there.
Hey, kid.
Reach for the sky, mister.
Can I buy that gun from you still? Oh, there's the barter option. It wasn't there the first time. Your heavy use has really depreciated its value. It's only worth 20 caps.
Oh man, it's Stacy's fault. She pretends like she didn't get hit. That's still a lot of money. I guess I'll take it.
It's more than 1,000,000, kid. You should go take a break.
Yeah, it's time for me to sleep now. Good night.
If you don't have barter or 1,000 caps, you can wait for him to go to sleep
Good
here.
thing the safety was on.
And you can just pickpocket the gun from him instead. But we got it the tried and true method where money solves everything. Let's go see McNamara, shall we? Wait, no. I am joking. Because there is still one thing we gotta do for this gun. We need to head to Helios 1 now. As you're climbing the Helios 1 tower doing the quest here, you're going to get to the point where you have to interact with the mainframe terminal and divert the power to an option of your choosing. Now, if you want to do this piece of technology for the Brotherhood, you are going to have to route it to Archimedes 2. And arm the plant defense system. So once that's done, we're going to go upstairs through that door there and configure the solar tower itself so that it works fine. The weapon we are getting right now, the rangefinder, does not work without Archimedes 2 being armed. You're going to come down here over to this panel, and the console is unresponsive. For it to operate properly, it would need to be activated during peak sunlight hours, 9 AM to 3 PM. Our configuration would need to be set up in the tower's mainframe, which we have, and the 2 ground level terminals would need to have an active uplink, which is that terminal and that terminal, which you get before you even come into the tower. And it looks like we are just past the time where we can activate this, so let's wait 20 hours and it should be fine after that. Now let's watch the show, shall we?
Return sequence initiated for Helios 1 reflector banks. The Archimedes laser systems will automatically initiate test fire upon completion.
Oh, I think the Brotherhood is gonna love that. We need to go show that to McNamara right away. Oh, McNamara, me and Veronica have something awesome to show you.
Veronica, I hope...
I brought you a present. We unlocked the secret of Helios 1.
What? Wonderful news.
No, it's not. Archimedes 2 is an orbital laser, effective only outdoors in a limited radius and requiring a long recharge.
In the hands of the enemy,
they'd be marginally more effective. We lost most of the chapter defending glorified artillery.
We couldn't have known. We fought for what we believed in.
And nearly died for it. Tomorrow, you do it all over again, having learned nothing.
Are you trying to shame me?
I'm trying to open your eyes. We need to engage the outside world. We can't win without new recruits.
What does the Codex say?
A bunch of close-minded bullshit.
We do not help them or let them in.
But...
we keep knowledge they must never have.
Give it a chance. For me. I can't stay here and watch us waste away.
I'm sorry.
We'll die out.
I know.
Come on. I can't listen to this anymore. He wouldn't listen. The truth was right there staring him in the face. How could he not listen?
There was never any chance, Veronica. His mind was made up from the start.
I see that now. I thought I knew him better than that, but it was like talking to a stranger. How can I help them when they won't accept it?
Well, where does that leave you?
I don't know if I can stay. Maybe it'd be better for everyone if I left. Spent my life Somewhere else. Work with the followers of the apocalypse, maybe. Put my knowledge to some good use. Or I can stay here with the people I care about and do whatever I can until it comes to a slow or sudden end.
And with this, we arrive at Veronica's ending. We can make her choose to stay with the Brotherhood of Steel, or we can convince her to leave and join the followers of the apocalypse. We're gonna start with the choice for making her stay. This is your home and these are your friends. You should stay.
They may be a bunch of wooden conformists, but anything I did without them would feel empty. I'd always be reminded of this day, how I wasn't strong enough to stand by them. So, I guess I'll stay. Won't be easy, but at least I won't feel guilty about the choice. Let's get going. I'd like to get my mind off all this, and some fresh air would do me some good, right about now.
Alright, yeah, let's go get you some fresh air, Veronica. Hopefully we don't get stopped by any Brotherhood of Steel paladins on our way out this time. Those guys were kind of assholes, were they not? But it looks like no one's stopping us in the bunker at the moment, and we should be able to just walk straight out and get you that fresh air right out the door here. Up the stairs, of course. Oh boy.
We heard Veronica talking with the Elder. We won't stand for this.
Ideals are strengthened by the challenges they endure. Veronica's questioning did you a service. What's the big deal?
She'd be doing a greater service by carrying out her duties and not trying to undermine the Elder's authority. This had better be the last time her loyalty falters. You've been warned.
God, I should get used to this, I guess. People get desperate. They turn on each other. First thing to go is trust. I don't think it's ever going to be the same for me in there. Knowing no matter what I do, it's going to end badly. But they're all I have.
It's not too late to change your mind, you know.
No, I think it is. I have to be resolved about this. If I waver, it'll just make things harder. They need me, and I'm not going to abandon them.
Are you still going to travel with me?
Yeah. I've got the rest of my life to help them out. I could spare a little while to see things through with you.
Well, come on then, let's get out of here.
Good idea.
And with that ending, Veronica has received the Bonds of Steel perk, which substantially increases her armor. Now let's see what happens if we convince her to leave the Brotherhood. Now let's see what happens if we convince her to leave the Brotherhood instead. Leaving now is your only shot at a future.
There's no getting around that, is there? What would my life be like here, knowing what's to come? They're not gonna like this. We're given a chance when we're young to choose whether to stay. If we do, it's supposed to be for life. But they haven't left me any choice. It's this or a lifetime of scavenging and watching my friends die and losing battles. I guess it's settled then. Let's get going. I'd like to get my mind off all this, and some fresh air would do me some good, right about now.
And once again, she wants some fresh air. Surely, with this ending, Paladins are fine with her leaving the Brotherhood, right? I mean, they obviously have issues with her being here. So why would they attack us if she's leaving, right? I mean, they heard everything. They should have heard that. So why would they attack us whenever we leave? Like, we should be perfectly safe. Right, guys?
We heard Veronica talking with the Elder. We won't stand for this.
It won't be a problem. She's leaving.
Leaving? Into exile? Good. Save us the trouble. But mark me well. Any hint of treachery or thought of return, and we will erase the both of you from existence.
And with that, they just leave us alone.
Well, if there was any question of whether I should leave, I guess there's my answer.
You sure you're okay leaving them behind?
Yeah, I think if I stayed, I'd end up causing trouble. Sometimes I just can't help myself. This way is better for me, and for them.
Are you still going to travel with me?
Sure. I want to establish a connection with the followers first, but as far as I know, drifting is part of the job description.
Come on then, let's get out of here.
I think that'd be best. There's a followers outpost up near one of my old scavenging grounds. Used to do some trading with a doctor there. If I work out of there, I'll still be able to keep tabs on Hidden Valley if I needed to. I know that route like the back of my hand. If it's alright, I'd like to head that way. Meet some people, see if I can be of any use.
Alright, so now we gotta get her connected with the followers on this this one here. It's gonna be right across the road from the Retcon headquarters. Actually just past another fast travel point that I don't have, so let's head on over. The place you're looking for is going to be this little shack on stilts in between all the trains, just across the highway from the Retcon Museum place over there. You'll just head on up the stairs and inside and talk to the man in charge. Talk to the woman in charge.
What can the followers of the apocalypse do for you today?
Yeah, this is Veronica, formerly of the Brotherhood of Steel. She's interested in joining your cause.
The Brotherhood? Well, this is unusual, I must say, but very welcome. There's certainly a lot we could learn from your technological expertise. Dr. Schiller usually handles placement and he won't be back until tomorrow. If you could come back then, we can see about your assignment.
Is Dr. Schiller here?
No, we don't expect him back until tomorrow.
Okay, well...
You may want to try Old Mormon Fort and Freeside. They should have a doctor on duty.
Alright, well, it seems that we have to wait till tomorrow, so let's wait 24 hours and see if he is back so we can get Veronica part of the followers. If you remember correctly, we ourselves are already part of the followers. We needed to do it in order to get to the followers of the Apocalypse safe house that was, I think, in episode 3 or 4 of the Shaman's Horde. Oh, hi there, guys. Well, it seems we have been attacked by the Legion while we were waiting. There's that guy, like, way off in the distance, just running away. Good riddance, am I right? Uh-oh. Dr. Schiller, he's the one we were supposed to talk to. Why is the Brotherhood here?
What do you need?
Who am I talking to here?
Sharing knowledge with an outsider organization. I knew Veronica couldn't be trusted. We tracked your movements a long way, but it was worth to catch her in the act. Passing Brotherhood secrets to outsiders is the lowest form of treason. What have you got to say for yourself?
I mean, I will cast down your codex and bask in the dying agony of those who hold it dear. How dare you do this?
No. No!
You were kidding just now when you said that thing about the codex, right?
Oh, totally, totally. They won't pay for this at all. Like, not at all. Have I messed up the quest?
Hold on. I see something I want to punch.
As funny as that dialogue is, you don't want to choose it because it seems to have soft-locked the game. So let's reload that, shall we?
Watch out!
Oh no.
Watch out!
No.
What do you need?
No.
What do you need?
I don't need you. I need the other guy.
Whoa! What do you need?
Not you either.
Whoa! What do you need?
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Sharing knowledge with
There
an
we
outsider.
go. Well, she hasn't shared any secrets. You don't have any proof otherwise.
She has made her intentions plain. We will not risk any further damage. In the name of the Elder, I hereby sentence you to death.
And now that they've attacked first, we have free reign to just take out this troublesome group of paladins ourselves. The same group that has been harassing Veronica all this time.
God, I did this. This was my fault. Why didn't I see this coming? Of course they'd track me. Of course they'd assume the worst. Sure, I left them, but that didn't mean I'd ever be free of them. I should have known I was beaten before I began. I had to try, you know?
You don't control the people who did this.
No, I don't, do I? If I did, none of this would have happened. I should have left a long time ago. Cut my losses before it came to this. I never stood a chance.
And with that, she receives the Causeless Rebel perk, which boosts her unarmed attack rate. Now, Veronica, now that that whole deal is over, there's nothing to punch here. Please get up.
Listen, I want to thank you for helping me out. I'm sorry that things didn't go like I'd hoped, but at least I got the chance to try. At least I know for sure that there was nothing I could do. Thank you for giving me that chance.
Now that that's all taken care of, there's something else I want to do. So I think you should go back to the Lucky 38, meet Boone and Cass, and hope Boone is not killing anyone else.
Why does everyone always say that?
Oh, it's all right. We'll just meet up there. Don't worry.
Nice. Can I order room service?
Engaging!
They should have never messed with Veronica, should they have, Eddie? Oh, Veronica, I took care of that mean old Brotherhood of Steel for you. You won't have to worry about them anymore.
What's up?
We should travel
Let's go make
together.
trouble.
I also got
You're
you
making me carry
something.
the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Oh, it's not anything heavy. In fact, I'm sure you'll love it. You remember your goal, your dream you told me about? Well, here's a dress, Veronica. Just for you.
For me? Do you mean it? No, it's too much.
Well, okay, but it's too much. Oh, it's perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I wish I had something to give you. Wait. What about punching? That's the gift that keeps on giving. I could work on your punching with you, if you like. Show you how to counter like a scribe.
Sure, teach me.
All right, put him up. Let's see what you got.
And with the completion of her unmarked quest, by giving her a dress, she teaches you a melee move that didn't have the window pop up for it. But I think that is just about going to cover everything with Veronica. Stay tuned, we'll hit up her endings and maybe one small thing after the credits roll. Next week, we're going to take a break from Fallout New Vegas on the Shaman's Hordes videos. We always take a break 1 week apart. In the next 2 weeks, when we would normally do these episodes, actually, we're still going to take a break. And we're going to hit up another game for more guides in that one. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
Though she'd seen the writing on the wall, the destruction of the Mojave Brotherhood came far more suddenly than Veronica had expected. The news devastated her. Despite her best efforts to leave her past behind, she found herself compelled to make one final journey to Hidden Valley. There, she paid her last respects to the only family she had ever known.
There is one final perk that you can get for Veronica if you have the DLC installed and have completed Dead Money and found Father Elijah in the Sierra Madre Vault. At the very end of the DLC, if you head back into the bunker, the abandoned Brotherhood of Steel bunker, on the terminal, you will find a holo message from Father Elijah to Veronica, and you can download that to your Pip-Boy and bring that to her and show her.
What's up? Let's go make trouble.
Now, in order to do this, you do have to exhaust all of her options with Father Elijah. We've already gone through that, but we can still ask, where is he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until he could be reactivated, but he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What was in the note?
It was strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it, I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
And now we can discuss other things and tell her, I found Elijah.
You did? Where? Oh my god, I mean, I thought... I don't even know what I thought might have happened to him. But you don't have a "this is good news" expression on your face.
I had to kill him before he hurt others.
You killed him? But it doesn't matter. He died when we all retreated to Hidden Valley. I didn't expect to see him again. No one did. Did he say anything when you met him? Anything at all?
There's something I wanted to pass along.
Where did you get this? Guess I was right about the bad news, huh? Same look Elder McNamara always gave me when I was up for promotion.
And now we have a choice. We can either give her the message and let her read it, which is the first two options, or we can keep it for ourselves and never give her Father Elijah's last words. Let's see what she does if she watches it.
All right. I'll watch it. That was hard to watch.
Did it make any sense?
The parts I understood didn't matter. Past all the garbage, all it amounted to was goodbye. Sorry. Feel a little out of it. Head's spinning a bit. Oh. I think he left me a gift. Maybe I can use it better than he did.
And with that, she receives the Elijah's Last Words perk. She learns a secret melee weapon technique that increases her attack speed by 150% and gives her a 25% chance to knock down enemies. Now, of course, you can also just tell her, "Can you unlock it for me first?" He was vague on that point.
Yeah. Thought as much. He'd been fading away for a long time. Would you mind if I looked at the message?
And again, you can give it to her, or, yes, it was entrusted to me, not you.
Fine. I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Keep it. I won't ask again.
And now we receive the Elijah's Ramblings perk, which I don't actually know what it does, so let me pull it up here. Elijah's Ramblings. Elijah obviously intended this to go to Veronica, but you earned it, right? You've learned Elijah's secret melee weapon technique, and your critical hits now do 150% more damage. Kind of a dick move since it was supposed to go to her, but hey, critical damage, right?